Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Story again for yet another episode, and we have stumbled on a little bit of a problem down here. All those trees we've been chopping down on the ledge up here, a lot of their wood has just fallen down into this forest, so we actually can't get it unless we clear up the trees in this area, which is kind of a bummer. But to bring you guys up to speed, I've let them just kind of do their stuff for a little bit, gather up some more resources, and just kind of get things going in general, because I felt like it was probably not that big of or we didn't really want to be sitting around waiting for them to build stuff again. I want to delete that task. And what are you doing here? Let's go ahead and bring that over to here. Let's get the last of those trees. But in today's episode, what I want to do is I actually want to start trying to just get this crystal down here. So what I'm thinking we're going to do right now is we're actually going to build a capture pylon just down here, because apparently you can build those just to build them. And so we can come down here with that and grab a capture pylon and throw that guy right down here next to it, because apparently we don't need to really be that close to this whole like shrine thing. We don't have to get all the energy over there. But I'm thinking on top of that, we go ahead and start bringing that pylon network over here just to kind of keep it going, I guess. And I want to go ahead and move it to there. And we'll just do that for now. We'll probably end up bringing it up this ledge and moving it out into this area just so we can get some light over here or something. Because I like the idea of having that area, but I do want to have it like under vision. Because I think that's how things spawn. I don't think they can spawn on your vision area, or they have to spawn kind of near a pylon. So we're really going to play it by ear and just kind of see what happens there. But in today's episode, I really want to start pushing these guys to get some mining going. Just something. Because I feel like we really need to get a lot of stone so we can build that awesome castle that I want to be building. So what we're going to do here is I think we're actually going to go ahead and start a quarry right here. And have it go... How can we have you go all the way down? Can we do that? That is how you do it. Cool. Let's go all the way. Yep, all the way up, all the way down. So what they're going to do here is actually no, we don't want to do that. I messed up. We want to have them do this so that they actually create the stairs going up to the top there. Then that will allow us to actually get those trees up there on that side in the end, which will be pretty freaking useful. Why is it that we have areas designated for purely wood and they go ahead and not... Oh, there goes the camera again. They go ahead and not put wood in those areas. They put it over here instead. I do not understand these guys. Okay, these are all for stone though, so that's nice. And let's go ahead over here, queue up another 8 ingots. We are running low on the little bit of crystal stuff though, so I'm thinking we actually might want to really start pushing over to that side. Or trying to push out to get these ones down here just because we can, more or less. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually get these guys up, because those brimstone crystals on that island I think are a bit more secure than what we really have. So I would like to get those going here. So that stone right there is all out. There's nothing really in that, so we can go ahead and delete that task. And start cleaning up the amount of tasks that we have here, just because it'll really save us, more or less. And that guy right there, he's going to do his little bit of mining. There, hopefully nobody's really working. Oh, there is somebody working on that. Cool. They're starting. Yep, they're starting to build some stairs and break out, doing stuff in there, which is good. Which means that'll be getting us a lot of stone. Now, this little wall over here. One thing I did notice in between episodes was that we gotta actually clear out some of the trees here and bring it out into the corner, because right there, somebody can just go ahead and jump up. Granted, they could jump up this wall to begin with right now because it's not high enough. We need to bring it up 1 block higher. But for now, nothing's really coming at us from anywhere, so I think it's okay to really leave it. And we got 2 people building this little capture pylon down there, which will be good. So that's nice. And we got some iron built up, and we got some brimstone, but I think our main issue right here we're actually going to run into is a lack of brimstone, purely because that's our next closest one besides our little island over here, which that thing's tiny. There's like nothing in there. If we come over to here, there's a big pylon, and quite a bit of brimstone, but that's really far away if you look at it. I think that's about half the map. Yeah, that's like halfway across the map from where we currently are. So, that being said, we really got to start figuring out what we quite want to be doing here. Does this go all the way around? Oh, it does. Ooh, that'll be interesting. I really like this map, like these maps in this game, because there's so many different angles that you can kind of go exploring on, and just different areas that really kind of have everything. Okay, so those 2 pylons are set up there. You're set up, and we got that extra pylon down there. Awesome. So that thing's going to start giving us some energy there, which will be very, very useful. Now, we don't have any more construction tasks set up, so let's get another one going just so we have constant like inflow and outflow of resources, because if we don't, we're going to get kind of screwed over. And I would love to start actually getting something built up in here. Do we need to put, we do need to put a little guy right down there. So we can do that. Then I want to go ahead and, do I have to put a little half? We do not have to put a little half guy right there. So just for block safety and everything, I do want to start layering this. So we're going to go ahead and do this guy right here and bring that all the way across. And I want to have the doorway right about there. So we're going to leave a 2 wide block gap right in that area and bring you all the way across here. Now, this area, again, we have to clear out the trees a lot or else we're going to get kind of in trouble. Now we can go ahead and do this guy. I'm thinking that, and we can actually do that. And bring you all the way here, then bam, right there. Oh no, what are you doing? Delete that. Right click to turn it. And I think this is actually going to be a great start for us over here with our base wall. So I think that's a really good place to kind of leave them right there, just to kind of do their own thing. Is that underneath? No, that's one in front. Okay, cool. Well, they're going to do their stuff. What do you mean no resource? We don't, what do you mean no? We have plenty of resources. You are not doing iron anymore because there's no more iron for you to collect. So we're going to go ahead and just get rid of you. Can we, please? The deleting tasks in this is always interesting because I don't really understand how to get certain menus to pop up. So the problem with making these quarries like this, that if you have more than one guy working in it, they actually can't walk through each other. So they kind of get in each other's way and cause a lot of problems when they're trying to go up and down. And sometimes their AI is not bright enough to tell them that, no, you shouldn't be going that way. Or you should move back and let the other guy go by you. They just kind of do their own thing. And they're like, I need to get here. Screw you. We're going to keep going this way. So now what I want to do, now that we have that front task kind of built up there, I'd love to get some light going back in here. I don't remember. Let's see the light pylon. Does this thing, the lantern, okay, so it does need to be connected to the energy field for it to work. That is really important to know. We're going to go ahead and build this guy right there, so we can actually go ahead and expand our storage network if we need to. Then you right up there, and we're going to bring you as close as we can to the edge here and move that energy going all the way across that chasm. So that'll get us over on that side, and then I think we can do one more, then put a light like right on the top of that hill and basically be able to see everything on that island. As that is, as far as I know, how it works. He's saying, good old Nori. So, that's a lot of stuff we got going on now, though. You'll see as we have a crap ton of wood, which means we can start adding extra floors and everything to our current buildings, which will be nice. So I want to go ahead over here and grab this is our wood gathering task. I want to go ahead and shrink you down to quite small and just move you right there and get those immediate trees for now. So that'll be the next wood we come back and get. But look at, we have so much back here. This is going to be awesome once we start getting all that stuff going. And I'm going to save this little forest right here just for as long as possible, pretty much. Just to, is that a stone task or what? I don't know why they're not getting that. I guess we have a lot of stone that we need to start spending. We actually don't have that much if you think about it. But this right here, this will start getting us a lot of rock. The dirt blocks give a little bit of stones, and then the stone actually gives like a decent amount. So it's a slow process, but you do get some out of it, and that's really, really useful. Now, these guys are starting to get slowly built up. We got one guy building this area. You can see, so one of the actually kind of bummer things is, so place the whole stone block right there that's too wide. That's one chunk of stone, like one of those guys. Then to place this thing, that's still one chunk of stone. Like they're not able to cut it in half and like save some. Which to me gets a little annoying because you kind of are losing a lot of stuff. Which is a bummer, but oh well. But you can see here we're starting to get actually a decent castle. We actually haven't seen any of the enemies yet. But for us having this shrine, that little burst of energy right there gives us some points. And I think that when that actually gets back, that'll get us to 210 out of 220. Which means that we might want to actually start looking at coming over to here to get those just so we can have more of the little blocky dudes. So since we have so much wood, I think we're also going to actually get a task going right now of just getting across there. Just kind of to have something, you know? So there's some reason for our guys to go over there. And if we get this thing fully blocked off and say Corruptons do spawn over there, yeah, they have a bridge to get across, but they still have to go all the way around here. And I hope to create some cool ramparts so that we can get our archers on the actual wall itself. And this time, I've tried building structures a lot in the past, and it's going to look really dumb while we're building it, but you'll see why we have to, purely because of the way of how the walls interact with each other. And we do have enough to get another little dude, so let's go ahead and pop him out, spawn ourselves a Bricktron, and we got another one. We got a knight set of armor over there, which is pretty useful. And we're going to go ahead and move you guys up here to the front. Now, there's only one brick that needs to be placed in here still. So what we're going to do is we're going to start placing some bricks on top of this to bring this up one more layer. And just adding a lot more defense. And you'll see once we get to this point where there's that extra layer on top of it, no guys can actually jump up on top of it, which means they're forced into this little too wide gap we're leaving for our door there. And it's actually going to help us out quite a bit. But that also means that we need to figure out where we want to do a staircase. So I'm thinking right now we're gonna go ahead and, because let's plan this out. Let's actually do some low, just like one brick. I want to bring it back into here, and then one more, and then turn this kind of like this. So we're actually starting to create our castle here. So we have this little alleyway or little corridor right here where they're going to be coming through, and we will have our own little room in this spot right here where we can really kind of defend it ourselves. And we can have another doorway right there, bring that guy over a little bit. And I'm thinking we build this up into a tower to start and just kind of see what happens. But I'm thinking right back in here is where we have our little staircase going all the way up. And you'll see why the staircases are kind of annoying, is because you have to build them kind of like on top of each other, like on the blocks, kind of going, working its way up. So what we could do, because we can actually get back into this area, is start the staircase right here. And then you'll see that we actually have to come back in this way and do that. And the little block, and then do another step right there. And then bring it up another full block, and then another step. And then a half block, and then another step. And you can see that's how tall our wall is going to be when we get to it. So they're going to start building that up, and hopefully that'll help us kind of figure out what's going on here. No storage. Okay, so we have no storage for any more of those little guys. Because the wood and everything is over here just doing its own stuff. Of course it is. Alright, so we need to get some more stockpiles going, I guess. Which the one thing I don't like about this game is I wish there was a better storage system that you could like get to eventually that was like really expensive, like through pylons or something, where you could like say mass store iron or the brimstone together with each other. So we're just going to go ahead and create a crap ton of this stuff over in here. And this will pretty much turn into our castle's courtyard once we get to it. And you can see our castle's really starting to actually come together here. It'll be interesting to see what happens once we get everything here built up. Now we can actually build another pylon over here and do that guy. And then I'm thinking we're going to do one more to max range right there. And then we'll go ahead and just throw our little lantern right at the top of the hill, like right there, just so we can have something going on. Get a little bit more view. My destination can't be reached, and you'll see that it's because they're running into each other over in there. Now they're jumping up and down on the blocks. At least they're smart enough to create the little stairs out of the brick, out of the dirt, so that they can get up there more quickly. No storage for this guy. That's where our storage problem was coming from originally. Because we're starting to get a lot of just different stuff going in here. We have so much wood. We actually have an insanely large amount of wood right now. But we can't really do a whole lot with it yet because we really need to get all of this stone stuff going here. Why can't we build there yet? Can we get rid of you, you, and you? So that can build there, but that can't build there. That's weird. But what we're going to do is bring this guy all the way across. I'm thinking we can actually go ahead and do that and that just to give it a little bit more support there on that corner. Do we need to place a small little guy? Nope, we do not. Okay, so that wall is going to start getting built up a bit more too. And I think eventual goal is we're going to kind of connect it into this, and then that guy will be connected in there, and then this will be kind of like a main larger tower area that we don't really have to build up that much because it already is higher, which will be really, really nice. And we can use up a lot of our wood storage by creating more of these storage pallets, which one, will give us a lot more storage in the future, and two, will actually help us by not really messing with us, I guess. Okay, so these guys are scheduled to be built. We got 2 builders out there just going permanently. We really, really got to start getting some of this stone. I don't even know if that's a stone task, to be honest. Let's go ahead and just delete that guy and then create a new task in here and bring in just making sure this is here to get the boulders, just so that it is good to go. And that right there, we're going to go ahead and move you over here so that we can delete you. And we don't have any more wood gathering tasks currently just because we have so much wood. I think that's going to be alright. I don't think it's going to be an issue. We have so many little, like, of the blue guys floating around it, and you're going to see that. Okay, so he's got some more storage now. That bridge is built up, which means that we can tell them to now come over here and place a capture pylon there, and then eventually place a capture pylon up there. Which would be kind of nice to have 3 or 4 things coming in here. And it's really starting to grow. I want to get this little lantern built up here so we can kind of see what's happening, especially now it's going to be nighttime. No storage still. Come on, guys. Build these things up. Why are you putting stone there when stone can go there? Come on. These people are not that intelligent. I swear. They're so difficult to deal with that sometimes. Okay, so we can go ahead and throw a door in right there, just kind of create this room a little bit more unique. And you'll see now that we're getting into this area, we actually need to come in here with some logs and place them up on the corners. And we messed up there. So what we're going to do here is place one. You'll see why we're doing this, and we're actually going to have to do like every other one just because of the way that the flooring stuff works, and it's a little annoying. But if we can get this floor actually built up, you'll see kind of what I mean when we actually get it built up. Granted, this is going to be just like a base floor in here. We could actually turn this into like a weapons storage room and get rid of those things so that we can just have them inside, and our workers will just kind of know where to get it. So that would be kind of nice, because after we put the roof on it, it's hard to see inside these places. So you kind of want to set them up as you're going. So what if we did like, because we can do like one right here, one right here, one right here, I think one right there, and that'll be fine. They should be able to be okay with that right there. And that'll be low enough so that we still can put that roof on it. So that's going to start using up a lot of our wood there as it gets going. And he's over here building that. That's good. I think the capture pylons actually take like huge priority over it just because they're part of like actually completing the game. That's kind of nice. Can we get those things dug up, please? That'd be nice. But we're going to have so much wood. But guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode today. I really hope you guys are enjoying. If you guys are still enjoying this series, please hit that like button. If you guys are really, really loving it, please hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys have any concerns on how we're going to be building up the castle here, things that we should look into, as always, let me know that down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode.